This episode is all about winning awards.
Would you know anything about that, dear heart?
Nope, dead last. We are a two-time Queer Tea Award. Oh, wait, I forgot the Queer Teas. I forgot our queer teas, our numerous queer teas. I'd say, yes, I do. I'd say we know something about that, sister.
Well, this episode is an episode we can relate to. Making quickie dresses out of paper, being a comedy duo, hosting a show, winning awards.
Check. Clean sweep. Are you ready for a brand spanking new episode of Classique?
It's the DESPY Awards. Yeah.
Forever. Dog.
Race Chaser. Woo-hoo. Race Chaser. Yeehaw. Race Chaser. Woo-hoo. Race Chaser. Yeehaw.
Hello, and welcome back to Race Chaser.
Classique.
A podcast dedicated to the discussion, dissection,
And dissemination.
of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Starting from the very beginning.
This is the beginning.
My name is Alaska. What is yours?
Hello, I'm Will.
You know,
I'm just fucking with y'all. We got a delay.
You know, there's 47 franchises of Drag Race to choose from. There's singing competitions to drag international. But you know what? We want to talk about season 7. I want to go back to season 7 and speak about it. That's what we're doing here.
How can we learn from our mistakes if we don't apologize for them with season 7?
And relive them.
Relive them. Mm-hmm.
Relive,
and
revive, and rehash.
And ruminate.
And ruminate upon. Yes.
Mm-hmm, definitely. I agree. Last week we had Gonna Turn and Burn and Tan with you. Anyway, it was a parody competition.
Sizzling me with you again.
Trixie, why are you running out of frame? Actually, she ran home because Pearl beat her, but there was a parody challenge where the queens broke into teams and they wrote their own parody songs to iconic RuPaul verses. They wrote, created music skit-scats, and then the drama was on 10 because Miss Fame and Pearl were arguing. Violet was getting picked last again, and she was being a diva with former songwriter and current vandalizer Lucian Piani. And a bitter old lady brigade, thinking the young queens had no place in the competition, were on display for sure. The queens wore green on the runway. Michelle loved it. Kennedy won the challenge. Trixie and Pearl were up for elimination. And Trixie, to everyone's surprise, was told to sashay away.
Yes. This was
Speaking of people that might be going away for a little while, we have a blip from the current up-to-date world where Lucian Piani was arrested again. Second time this month. Continuing to name drop RuPaul. I don't think he mentioned his hobo dick this time, which is a plus. But he was busted by the police in the Valley. This is why I don't go to the Valley. No good comes of it. And it was in an afternoon because a bank said he broke a window by ramming a shopping cart into it. I think he just thought it was the drive-thru.
Yeah, we saw this on TMZ. It's unfortunate. I never delight in someone's worst day, being caught on camera. And Lucian is obviously going through some things, and I wish him the best, and I hope that he, gets help and gets the resources that he needs.
At least he was wearing shoes this time when he was arrested. No shoes again?
No shoes. He was barefoot.
Damn.
Well.
Damn. Not even an iron fist?
No. This week on Drag Race, season 7, is the most prestigious award that I can even think of. It is, of course, the DESPY Awards.
Mhm.
We get a mirror
Prestige.
message first from Ms. Trixie Mattel. Wear clown noses, make fun of each other, stay plastic. XO Trixie Mattel. P.S. Fame. I used your lipstick. Sorry.
Trixie's not sorry.
Guess I
She's
got
not.
the last one.
And can I mention that Fame's Painted by Fame lipsticks smell so good?
She knows cosmeticals. She does.
She's that Swiss miss living in Switzerland, playing with them chickens. The girls immediately start talking around the mirror like, who's surprised? Yeah.
Right. It's
Katya
very
immediately says Pearl should have gone home.
it's very Shado. It's very like, so Pearl, do you think that the right decision was made? Like, it's very Shadeology. Shadeology!
Analogy. At that point, Pearl just basically repeats what she says on the runway, that she thinks that the judges are not feeling her and she's not feeling them. There's no love lost there, and it's weird watching RuPaul and Michelle kind of like placate, gag, like, what, us? Because they're on a TV show too, and they know they're pushing the buttons, and just getting someone's honest reaction back for them is off script. They just expect you to cry.
Right.
And that's not happening. Pearl is giving them nooch. And when she is giving them something, it's a well thought out reply. Like, why are you talking to me like I'm an asshole? I mean, I get it.
Yeah, Nooch Pop for sure.
Doesn't work well for reality, but it does work well for this podcast because we're here to break all this down.
Exactly. And the other girls have no time for this. I mean, Mrs. Kasha Davis is like, you need to be more grateful for this opportunity. And Pearl is like, I'm over it, whatever, I'm mad. And the other girls are like, come on, buck up, Buttercup. Well, the next day, Katya and Ginger come into the workroom doing a human wheelbarrow.
Barrow?
Yeah.
Is that how you spell? I thought it was a wheelbarrow.
Me too, but
I thought so too.
The spell check corrected it to barrow.
Yeah, it's wheelbarrow.
Is that right?
What country?
It
What
is.
country do you have your computer set in?
Look.
It's wheelbarrow, not wheelbarrow. I know this
Really?
is a common misconception. I thought so for years. But it's wheelbarrow.
Oh, see, I need the gorilla cart polydump. That's. See, I'm a polydump girl.
Polydump.
Wheelbarrow is not technically a word.
Wow.
Did you ever do the human wheelbarrow with your friends in childhood?
Well, fuck yeah.
I did it once for $80 when I was 17.
Okay. We get a video message from RuPaul, which reads, for your consideration, whether you're snatching wigs or snatching trophies, like this maquette by Tweeterhead, available online. You must have one huge pair of golden globes. Hope you win. Mean it.
Well, look who it is. RuPaul comes into that workroom saying, hello, hello, hello.
A vision in orange.
Mm-hmm. Tall
Beautiful.
drink of Tang. The mini challenge RuPaul announces is the queens have to recreate the paper drag race challenge, basically, where this drag queen account called Paper Drag Race, he recreates classic red carpets moments using only paper. And the girls are going to do it in teams. I think this was around the time that they just started looking to the fans for more and more and more ideas.
Sure. Yeah.
And it makes sense. Getting their audience involved. I like it.
Yeah.
And this is a great challenge. The pit crew brings in a bunch of paper products.
Yes.
And their dicks in white underwear, which we're appreciative for.
Did we ever do this as a bonus content?
We didn't. You've made outfits out of a lot of other things, but not specifically paper.
I think we could fuck this up.
What about the rainforest?
We'll use
We could fuck that up too.
Okay. Good idea.
Uh,
We drive electric cars. Never mind. We do our part. Yeah. The rock, paper, scissors challenge.
Yes.
Is what the girls are playing right now. And the girls are teamed up. They're not leaving anything to chance, and poor Violet won't get left out in the cold again. They're teaming everybody up how everyone was lined up. So
Yes.
Ginger and Candy were together, and they're assigned Little Kim.
Mhm.
Jaden and Kennedy are together, and they do Lady Gaga's meat dress. MKD and Katya do Bjork's swan dress.
Yes.
Pearl and Max do Cher, and Fame and Violet do J-Lo.
I love this challenge. Everybody does a great job recreating these
Really
looks.
great.
Who stood
Yeah.
out for you?
I think MKD and Katya, because just the Bjork was so spot on. Like, you could tell exactly what it was, even if it wasn't there.
Yes.
And Kennedy and Jaden's was great too. Like, if you squinted your eyes, you could kind of think that it was the Lady Gaga.
They did
Ginger's
a great
wasn't
job
terrible at all.
rendering the hair.
Yeah.
And the swan neck on the Katya swan dress is like beautifully done. And it was really amplified by Mrs. Kasha Davis saying, I'm going to do a character too. I'm going to do Joan Rivers and I'm going to do commentary.
Very smart. Just showing them any opportunity on TV is a chance to, show them what you got. And MKD is doing that. And she is declared the winner of this challenge.
And
along
wait,
with Katya.
we have to give an honorable mention to Max's Cher because I thought this was beautifully done.
It was.
She
It
looked
really
fucking
was.
just like her.
And she sounded good too. She said, "Shut up, stupid."
And Big Dipper has written on his outline that Max's Cher impression is questionable, but I am questioning that interpretation because I thought it was really, really good.
I thought it was great too.
Do a tight 5 about how bad it was. So
No!
No.
misstep on my part. I deeply apologize.
Fuck your drag.
Fuck your drag.
And this is a precursor to Katya's All Stars 2 Snatch Game, where she does Bjork. So this is like the first iteration.
Oh, Easter egg. This is the chicken that laid the
Yes.
Easter egg. I see.
Honey,
Okay,
it's
we're gonna-
Easter.
We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back for this week's Maxine Challenge.
All right.
Hold on. Let me pick up this broom and sweep now.
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you could do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user, and Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, everybody needs a website. Otherwise, you're just out there making your business happen with what? Word of mouth? No, ma'am. If you've got a passion project that you're starting, if you want to start making drag watches that are purely ornamental, made for the sole purpose of a queen touching her wrist during lip sync when the song lyrics say, time. That idea is brilliant and needs a website. This is why you need Squarespace, because Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain. Showcase your offerings with a professional website, then you can grow your brand and get paid, all in one place. Plus, they have integrated SEO tools, which means search engine optimization, I think, so you can show up more often on search engines. And their Blueprint AI design tool, which can get a fully custom website built in just a few steps if you want to do the whole AI thing. Plus, you can connect your socials, set up easy ways for your customers to buy your products, and even schedule appointments with you. It's all right there on Squarespace. I've scaled a number of businesses in my time, and they have all needed websites because websites just legitimize you, you know? And Squarespace is a great spot for a creative person like me who needs to make a website and has great ideas but doesn't necessarily know the HTML, QRL, TMV of it all, you know? Because I'm not an IT whiz at all. But Squarespace makes it easy for me to select what I want and then put out a wonderful website. And it could be the same for you. You need to check out squarespace.com/drag for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, just use the offer code DRAG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain, which is kind of the same thing. Squarespace.com/drag. Back, and I would like to address a problem that went on with the podcasting. You know, we're very professional people. Some people said that there was sweeping. There was no sweeping. Alaska was brushing her hay bale of wigs. It sounded like a broom, but it wasn't. But it was as dry as one.
There were sweeping generalizations. Sweeping comments.
Honey, you better get the Swiffer.
You know what? Why don't you just come clean? Come clean, literally. No, everyone's blaming Big Dipper. Like Big Dipper was cleaning his house while we were podcasting.
We all have to multitask. There's a lot going on.
That is not what was happening, and it wasn't my fault either. So don't try to deflect.
You were getting your brows microbladed. And the machine, it makes sounds. It's not your fault either. I don't want to blame anybody. I really don't want to.
I do. I do want to cast blame. I want to cast aspersions. I want to cast doubt.
Next week on the Chop Portugal.
Chop, 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 chop.
I like a little mystery. Let's keep going with the
for
Mystery Kasha Davis.
Yes, exactly.
Mystery Kasha Davis. For this week's Maxine Challenge, the queens are invited to the first annual DESPY Awards, where they will remain. I'm recording. Where they will remain in the pairs from the mini challenge. They are both hosts and nominees, and they need to serve award show looks and have funny banter when they present awards. What do you think? I love this as a challenge. I think they should bring it back.
I'm just saying, season 7 is my life. Like, they're speaking directly to me. I presented at the Emmys 2 years ago with Raya, and like they told us what we were going to say, and Raya and I were like, "No, who's the one that types on the little thing?" And then we just like wrote different things in there, and Raya and I were like the best ones of the night. Obviously, we like twirled. We were so good and gorgeous. I was wearing a vanity. This is a great real world challenge, you know? And I'm finding more and more things that I do nowadays are like basic Drag Race mini and maxi challenges in the real world from season 7, because this is a really practical season for drag queens.
We'd love to see that.
Yeah. You know, and because Rue doesn't wish for any of her children to fail.
Okay.
That's what she says this episode.
We will most definitely get to that.
That's not what she said on the podcast though later, where she was reaming Pearl. So it's kind of, I don't know if she knows she's contradicting herself, but if she doesn't know, she should come on this podcast because I do it all the time.
The categories. There are only 4 categories. They are sexy, sexy drag queen, most busted queen, shadiest queen, and meatiest tuck. I'm curious as to who on our podcast would win these awards.
Okay, sexy, sexy drag queen, Dipper.
That's
busted-
you,
That's
Willam. That's you.
Okay. Most busted queen.
Please don't.
Oh, shadiest
Don't.
queen, you.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse.
Yeah, there should be a pod called what did I say? Oh, in pod she sus, because you're so suspect sometimes. So sus.
Okay.
It's about
fine.
And then you say take that out. The best stuff.
Nefarious behavior. That's shade to me.
Nefarious.
What are you talking about?
She's a nefary. She's such a nefary.
Oh my god, I will not take this.
Media's tuck would definitely be you.
Fine, I'll take that award. You fucking
yeah.
cunts.
Yeah. Well, shadiest we could share because we could talk about my beard too. We'll share that award. And I'm not shady. I say everything that I think, and there's not an ounce of shade. I do it in the sunlight. I daywalk and talk.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. So the girls are still in their team pairs, and Katya and Mrs. Kasha Davis are starting the show off as the host because they won the mini challenge.
So a
famous-
detrimental position. You have to start off the show. Okay, work.
I like opening a show. I think it depends on the performer, honestly. It does get a bad rap usually, because if you start off the show and you do great, that's awesome. And then you're done and you can pack your shit or get fucking twisted, you know?
Right. I mean, in real life, I like it too. But the problem on a show like this is even if you do great opening the show, you're forgotten by the end of the running order.
No, that all just depends on your performance, honestly. It does.
Okay.
I know I think that you have a valid point, but it's not hard to just be better.
Okay.
These walkthroughs couldn't get any better because Fame and Violet are trying to write a comedy thing with not a knock knock between them, bitch. And Fame tells Violet, if you think it's funny, then present it in a comical way.
These
Like,
poor glamour girls trying to be
honey.
funny.
Their best bet would just be to turn their wigs around and act like nothing's happening.
It's hard. It's
It's-
hard when you consider yourself strict glamour and you suddenly have to like be comical. It's hard.
I mean, sure, but there's an easy process of writing a joke where you just think of someone's flaws and then you think of the who, what, where, and why of it and then apply
Right.
it. in
And funny
each-
ways to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you don't know when you don't break it down step by step on how to do it, it does seem like a lot of work. So I understand the frustration that these girls have, but
Yeah.
you
Plus
know,
it's editing. I mean, maybe they sat there for 30 seconds and thought about jokes and it looks to us like they were sitting there for 4 hours producing nothing.
yeah.
Katya is being taught by Mrs. Kasha Davis about Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, who I believe we are often compared to.
Very much so. Yeah, I think that we're
yes.
very much a Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Jerry
Will
Lewis
Smith
and Lamb
Martin. Huh? Oh, you want the mint jelly, bitch? It's oozing. Yeah, I think that Kasha Davis and Katya are a great pair because Katya's got this deadpan and Mrs. Kasha Davis has this snagglepuss.
For sure.
And it just complements and works. And they tell Rue that they want to do like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler at the Golden Globes. And,
which is the gold standard for sure.
Very much so. When Rue gets to Violet and Fame, they say they don't have any comedy experience, don't have banter, and their chemistry is like two very different people. And Fame says Violet is dark-sided, and Violet tries to calm that over with, we're just really brainstorming right now.
Right. She's like, don't listen to her. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe Violet is dark-sided. I just believe she doesn't have a lot of time for pleasantries. She doesn't waste a lot of time on trying to deliver what she's saying in a pleasing and nice package, especially on season 7. I mean, I find Violet to be lovely and hilarious and really fun to work with. But she doesn't waste a lot of time on trying to like placate and trying to make it sound friendly.
Yeah. And I try not to find Violet. Whenever I see her, we have fun actually. But I like it's watching her in a working atmosphere or a competition atmosphere. I'm glad I didn't meet her there because we would not have been friends.
Right, she's a shark. I mean, she will cut you, bitch, for sure.
Wow.
And then RuPaul walks over to Pearl and Max. And this is the showdown that we've all been waiting for. Pearl, Max, first of all, it all starts out something's sideways here because RuPaul starts by saying, Max, you have a very big personality.
Which,
and Pearl,
what, where, why, how?
What? Like that's writing. Because Max really doesn't. Max, you have a big personality. Pearl, you do not have a very big personality. How are you going to overcome that to present the award?
I think I have a great personality, actually.
Pearl, the reason I'm twisting your tits here is because you were in the bottom last week.
Right.
And I want to make sure that this week you up the ante.
Well, you kind of told me like I have no personality. That doesn't make me feel good or give me confidence.
Well, I'm hoping it will light a fire under your ass.
Do I have something on my face?
No, I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced. And I want you to do well. That's why I brought your ass here. I never want to see any of my girls not live up to their potential. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
All right. I will see you all later.
Let's break this down. There's many lies. This is not a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's actually a contractually obligated opportunity, which is mandated by the new contract of Drag Race, where if they call you, you have to do it, or you're in breach of contract, which is
not
illegal.
Back then, All Stars was not a guaranteed thing back then. All Stars 1 happened.
That's why I said.
We
that's
had
why I said
no
now.
idea it was going to happen again. Okay, go on.
Also
too.
B. RuPaul won't see them later because it's a new day in the workroom next day. She doesn't see them later, so she's lying right to their faces. I just have problems with this because it's what listening to RuPaul and how she breaks this down with Michelle on their podcast where they caterwaul and Kiki over this
That's
just
what
shows
podcasts are for, my love. That's what we do.
Oh, I know. I'm not mad.
What do you want them to do? We have the clip?
Twice a week.
Do we have the clip?
Yeah.
Let's give it a listen.
It's just shows who RuPaul really is. And I wish we had the real RuPaul instead of this fake bag of bullshit bones in a Klein Epstein Parker suit every week.
I'm faking this whole thing of hey, no, I'm not faking. I can do that. That's truly me. But I have to hold the other part back.
Correct.
From entering in and saying, you know what? Let me tell you something.
I've seen that
and
part.
On Drag Race when Pearl said that thing, she said, "What? Do I have something on my face?"
Oh, how you held it back?
Well, I held it back because I was thinking. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking I'm a producer of the show because what I wanted to say was different from what I did because I thought I knew she was going to be a popular character, and I didn't want to fucking go off and say, you know what, let me help you pack your fucking bags right now, bitch, because you're fucking out of here now.
Right.
You know, I didn't do that.
No.
I said, no, you know what? She's a cute boy.
Yeah.
People are going to love
She's
her.
putting your producer hat on.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to let her do this
Because
thing.
I was screaming at that TV like, I did not know she came for you. I did not know that.
Right.
And when I said, I was like, oh, hold on. Somebody needs to hold my earrings now.
Well, also, you know, I knew some of her backstory and her family life. I knew that there were things that I couldn't really come for her in a way. She's already vulnerable.
Yes.
And I knew that it wasn't a cool thing to do. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna. You know what? I was too sensitive to hurting other people's feelings than to say something nasty to someone.
The opposite.
And same with like I never liked pranks, like prank jokes.
Yeah.
I never liked the idea because if the other person doesn't know, if you sideswipe someone, it does something to me. It
doesn't sit right with you.
I can't sit right with it.
We're trying to do good things here for the community. Positivity needs to remain in the upper echelon here. The last thing we need is all this hate put out there against one another. If you ain't got something nice to say, don't say it.
And that's why it's important to always put out seeds of love because you end up getting the result of that.
Wow. Well,
Okay, hold on.
I hope when Michelle got those fun bags taken out, they also extracted at least a pound of bullshit from her. Because
okay.
no, I don't have to pretend to like her or agree with what she says anymore. Because she's talking about like, oh, hold my earrings, like they're coming for her friend. I remember the specific phone call where I told her that one of her other friends was being come for by another friend, and she didn't do bull. She didn't do anything. So I'm really not a fan of her or RuPaul. And I recognize that they're being two-faced as hell in this podcast. And they did it to Courtney, too, on their podcast. And it's funny, but if I was Pearl, I wouldn't find it funny. And if I was Michelle and RuPaul, I would look at myself and be like, okay, this is the legacy that I'm telling the world I'm leaving, but this is actually what I'm doing. Acting fake appalled on the runway when someone says, I feel like I'm being picked on. Michelle goes, oh, like you can hear an intake of breath. Like, I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm really not. She could sell it by the pound, and I would still say it to her face. I'm not a fan. She told someone this week that they had a flat wig while her hair was flat iron pinned straight. So shut the fuck up. Honestly.
Okay. Why don't we take a break and ruminate upon this a little more? I'll be right back. This is the human condition, though, I think, because...
No, not all people are liars and two-faced. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay. No, not all people are liars and two-faced.
And what does the human condition mean? I don't know what that means.
The human condition, I think, for everyone is there is an instinct or there is the ability to take the mean route or to say something horrible and rude and awful. That's so easy to do, and it's so tempting to do in any moment, in any situation. But it's loftier, and it's loftier and better for humanity to aspire at least to not give in to that, and to hold your tongue, and to choose, to choose kindness instead. And we don't all always achieve that, but trying is important. So I think that's what they're like. If I'm trying to be devil's advocate in this scenario, that's what I think they're speaking about on the RuPaul and Michelle podcast.
Well, Kathy Griffin gives some great advice on the main stage for these girls. It's full of Kathyism. She's just like, gayer, too blue.
Oh, yeah. What does blue mean?
Blue means using words that might be bleeped.
Oh, wow. You learn something new every day. Wow. Really learning knowledge. No,
I thought
Kathy
that-
Griffin, she's not fucking around as a guest consultant. She's like, no, that joke has been used. That joke belongs to someone else. No, we've heard it. Dumb. Move on.
Yeah, she's never mind, I won't say that.
What?
Period. She did some rotted things to a couple of male comedian friends of mine years ago. And
Do we need to not include this?
no, you can include it. I'm sure she knows.
Okay.
She was there, and the comedians sure know that what she did. So I was going to talk about it, but then I was like, no, I already went off on Michelle. I don't need to go off on Kathy Griffin too. So I won't. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that angry faggot. But I am angry. I'm angry that like there's like people who say one thing and preach another, and their actions are just like abhorrent, and we're not supposed to talk about it. Like, you know, the
Right.
things that but I do talk about it. Everybody knows I'm talking about Matthew when I'm referring to this stuff, and just like I find it vile. And the fact that they're going to preach about love and all this bullshit, it's just it doesn't compute for me at all. When I feel like I'm real, and you don't have to be fake and drag, and you don't have to like become a different person just to succeed in life and tell people what they want to hear. And this show is doing that. And I love the show, but it just reinforces it that I don't watch a show for Michelle and fucking RuPaul. I mean, I love the guest judges. I love Ross. I love Carson. I loved when Billy B was on, and I love like all the guests and Nicola Coughlan and like all the fun people that are there to celebrate drag. I love that they're there for that, but it doesn't feel like RuPaul and Michelle get any joy from drag anymore. And I think that at a certain point they should just like, you know, find something they love,
Okay.
because it's sure not these girls. The fact I never want to see one of my girls fail. That's a lie. You know, you and your company purposely make sure that people like me and Pearl and Tyra and other people cannot work on certain tours because of you guys. You don't like us. So they do want certain girls to fail. It's bullshit. I'm having a day about it. Just after watching this episode and seeing like how like they fucked with Kasha, and the fact that Candy Ho is still even there in a nude lip again. Like, honey, where is your lip? I'm just having a day, and I'm not mad. I'm just like very confused. Like, you have all the opportunities in the world. Do something you love and be true to yourself, not some fake ass hoe. Not Candy. Candy's not fake. But
We all know how she got that last name.
were you in the workroom for when the "Do I have something on my face" moment with Pearl and Rue went down?
No, I was not. Candy Ho and I were on stage rehearsing. That was the time frame where Kathy Griffin was ripping me a new asshole for my old school jokes. She's like, because I went in there with this joke that was like, I think Candy looked at me and said, "Girl, there's a stain on your dress." Or so, I don't remember what it was, but I know the punchline was mayonnaise. And she said mayonnaise. I was like, yeah, like mayonnaise, a lot of gay people here today.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
I didn't say she was wrong to tell me to change my joke. I just said that she told me to change my joke. So I was like in my own head about that stuff. When we came back into the workroom, the thing with Pearl and Rue had already gone down. And the whole mood had shifted. Like even the camera people were just kind of quiet with their heads down, not really making eye contact with anybody. And then one of the producers came up to me. So season 7 started with 2 smokers. There was me and there was Pearl. And by the end of the first episode, it was me, Pearl, Katya, Trixie would just come and hold a cigarette and not smoke it.
Been there.
And then like a couple other people would pepper in and out just because, you've been through it. That's kind of the only me
break
time
you
that you
get.
get, the only break.
Ah.
Yeah. So they knew that Pearl and I had spent a lot of time outside smoking and talking and all that. So they asked me if I would just go kind of check on her and all that. To their credit, they did not film it. They did not make it into a story point. Because I think in that moment, they actually really kind of were worried about her and how she was feeling.
They didn't want her to leave.
Well, didn't want her to leave. And I don't know. See, I feel like if it was just that, they probably would have put it on film because it would have been a great plot point to the episode,
Right.
But anyway, so I went and I talked to her, and then Katya came out and we all talked together, and pretty soon we were all laughing and she decided to stay, and everything was fine from there. Which is why it really bothered me that I allowed myself to throw her under the bus later in the season. Which I'm sure you'll want to talk about.
It's a reality show, and we were all there for a game, and those things wouldn't have happened in the real world, but we're in a bubble, and we all understand it, and we all forgive each other after, and we're all bigger men and bigger women because of it,
Totally.
Mhm.
We don't dwell on
yeah.
those things. We will gossip about it, but we don't dwell. Dwell is a magazine, honey.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. Like 20 minutes after it happened, everybody was fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But whenever that's the only part of the moment that is forever like broadcast out into the world, it's not easy to I don't know, take everything else in the same context and understand both the before and after. It's just kind of that moment.
Right.
So it did bother me.
It's context, honey. Context.
Yeah, and it did bother me because I knew how upset she was in that moment. But again, we've moved past that and all that. But yeah, it was weird. That whole thing was just weird, and I was so interested to wait and watch the episode because I didn't see any of it happen.
Right.
So I'm just going by like the story that one story producer is telling me, or that like Michelle has told me when we're on tour after the season, or like all these different little bits and pieces. So in my head, it's this massive thing where they've like pulled out the lightsabers and they're going at it.
Right.
And then it turns into just what it was. I don't know. It's still weird to me.
Michelle and Rue go over it on their podcast on an episode, and I saw Pearl react to it, and it was really great to see that like she could also look at it from an outside perspective and just see how ridiculous it was that these close to 50-year-old people are mocking this contestant on a reality show in a fake gauntlet that they put them in, So everybody gets a different version of Rue. I hope that you guys had a fun Rue that would like do the little dances to try to get energy up, and then, be kind and not do the one where she says, nothing matters unless it's on camera.
Yeah. Which also was a thing that, I was there when that happened, but I didn't take it the same way that Pearl did. And I think that's just because, I've been in show business my entire life.
Sure.
And to me, it just came across as like, your director is telling you it's not going to matter unless we catch it on camera.
Wait till
Save it for
the red
stage.
light's on, girl.
Exactly. Or like save it for the spotlight, baby. Something like that. That's what it came across to me. But it obviously affected her in a very different way. So again, it's so interesting to go into a pressure cooker like that and see everybody's different personality traits kind of bubble up.
Let's talk about the chickens.
One of the standout moments of this episode is the Miss Fame chicken supercut. We get her talking about her chickens because she grew up on a farm. She loved her chickens. She had contests with chickens. She can make a chicken noise with her throat. She's featured on my song, Chicken, available on iTunes.
She has a tattoo of her prize-winning chicken on her arm too.
It's gorgeous.
That cock goes all the way up her arm.
I love
Don't
this.
work blue.
I
So
love
sad.
this because we really are seeing that Miss Fame is not just this like perfect sort of impenetrable glamazon. She's also like a weird wacko, and this is what I love about her. She's like so funny and
If
so
Fame
goofy.
If Fame opened a chicken farm in Switzerland where she just wore gowns and tended to chickens and let people in to feed the chickens and collect eggs, she would be a millionaire. I would be on a plane to Switzerland so fast just to see her taped up temples
Yeah.
and one hair clip in the back of her hair, just like Splash.
She'll never live that down.
Nope, Miss
Splash,
Fame McMahon.
Florida. The hair clip heard around the world.
Yeah, I think it would be a great opportunity. I would go and play with her cocks.
For sure. Now
Oh, just-
let's get on to the main stage. You know, the girls. I wrote this one down for the walkthrough. You know that Sally Field moment where she said, "You like me, you really like me." Do something like that. Anyway, see you on the main stage. It's like recreate something perfect, magical, special, and singular. That's all you have to do. That's really all we're asking.
I mean, that for me was actually good advice because RuPaul's saying take an iconic thing at an award show and recreate it. She
Yes.
gave a specific example,
Yes.
but there's so many things that people could do. You know, they
Yes.
could streak on stage. They could wear they could pull a Marlon Brando and bring up like a what's First Nations or Indigenous person.
What I would do is climb over the seats, like that one
Roberto
guy.
Benigni, yeah, Roberto
Yeah.
Benigni, like something like that. There was
Over
there's
the seats
that was
when
actually
he won.
yeah, that was good advice from Rue, I thought. But
Yes.
the Elizabeth Taylor Gladiator thing, the Faye Dunaway and
Gladiator,
Warren Beatty.
Wonder
Yeah.
Boys.
There's
And the winner is La La Land. Oh, wait.
moons over my lalas, moonlights over my lalas.
Oh
RuPaul looks amazing. She looks like
gold.
it's giving me chocolate bunny princess. I love it.
Tell
And
me
the-
who chose the gold. This is fabulous. She's also Matthew is really giving us like a
Soft.
different beat.
It's
a
Marilyn
red
Monroe.
lip. Yes. Classic. Gold
Yeah.
bunny ears. Gold. She looks like a statue. She looks like
Honey,
a statuette.
It's-
Beautiful,
I mean,
stunning, gorgeous.
The mug is right, the body's right, the hair is right, the accessorization, that bow at the hip, the little emerald teardrop necklace. Like there's not enough props to give her. I give her the whole prop table, honey. The whole prop department, actually.
For sure. The single green emerald hanging
Mhm.
down.
Yeah,
on the
it's
pendant.
just it's so beautiful. It's so right. Like what are their names? The something sisters.
Andrew? The singers? Andrew's sisters?
Yeah, it's like
The
very, like,
Pointer
Vic-
Sisters.
It's not the Pointer Sisters. Anymore. No,
Isaac
it's just
Mizrahi is on the judging panel.
yes, he is. He's
He's
an amazing
great.
judge. He's got a
Yeah.
house named after him. This is wonderful banter between a guest and RuPaul. She says, "Can you imagine if I death dropped? I don't think AARP would cover that."
Fun.
Yeah, it's good, and it's like it feels like all a family of fags who've known each other 20 years here.
Right. Well, we don't really have a runway this week, which I think is one of those things. This is season 7 has the shortest runtime episodes of really for now we get like episodes that are an hour and a half long. There's like streaming service, so there's less commercial time. Season 7 had very short comparatively episodes, and so we don't even get a runway. It's just you're wearing what you're wearing to the DESPY Awards. Ka ki.
Honestly,
for-
these are short. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
These are even short by network standards. Like they're 39 minutes. The usual is like 42, 41 and something and change. So like to have a couple, they have like a couple this season where it's like 39 minutes and it's just, that's short.
But let's talk about the looks. First up, Mrs. Kasha Davis and Katya walk out.
Katya looks like a Heidi Klum. She looks like a German supermodel. It is a throw and go, fresh out the bag, hard front with a zigzag part. But it doesn't look bad. Would I have hung it upside down and run my fingers and some hairspray through it? Yes.
As Kennedy tells her in Untucked, just
a little
put some
oil sheen.
hairspray
Just a
on.
little, yeah.
All you have to do is brush it. But yeah, Katya looks pretty. My best friend Jeremy, one of his biggest pet peeves is long hair with sequins, because it does become a really untenable nightmare after like 5 minutes. It becomes tangled, destroyed, and that's how I get my wigs to look the way they do, is I wear them long with sequins.
Sequence gown.
What about Mrs. Kasha Davis? She looks pretty.
MKD looks beautiful. She's giving very, her thing is like Gina Lollobrigida, like mature glamour.
Yes, I love the dress.
Yeah, me too. I think a longer nail would have been nice.
Okay.
That's my only note.
They were funny. Mrs. Kasha Davis stumbled over one word. I fucking hate stumbling over one word, because, especially on Drag Race, if you stumble on one word, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God, you're a disaster. Oh, you ruined everything. Oh, but I hate doing it in shows because sometimes like spit gets caught in your throat or something or whatever. And then it just, it's hard to like recover after that.
Spit. I think Katya did recover though in when she won the award for her category. And she did have a chance to make it funny, and she made it irreverent and stupid and made the judging panel laugh. So I feel like out of this pair, Katya is definitely winner. Every pair has like a winner and a loser, if you think about it. There's always one girl that was stronger, and this one, Katya was definitely stronger by default, I think.
Right.
Kennedy and Jaden come out.
Yes.
Kennedy looks beautiful. Jaden
really
also
stunning.
looks gorgeous, and it's nice to know that Jaden got this dress for free, basically. Her mom gave her the fabric, and then she put it on a bra. She made it. It's beautiful. She's painted. She's blonde. And
I thought that Kennedy and Jaden could have won this challenge.
I thought they were going to win too, honestly, watching it back.
They had this bit that worked really, really well together. They had this bit about the hourglass and the wall clock, which must be like a classic drag thing, right? Do you think that this was part of Kennedy's routine or like hosting gig, right? It was fucking funny.
Because initially they were the number 10, right? We look like the number 10. And then
is that a thing?
Well, that was initially it. Like, I'm the 1 and you're the 0. And then Kathy was like, we've heard that before. So then they said, I'm an hourglass and you're a wall clock.
See, I should pay attention to the show.
When you watch the show.
I should watch the episode. I thought also Kennedy did a really great job of one-upping the intro, because I think Katya made like a Roots joke about Kennedy and Jaden, and then Kennedy, when she came out, she was like, straight from Kunta Kinte's hut, honey, like one-upped it on the fly. I thought Kennedy and Jaden should have won, but well, let's move on.
Yeah, I also am in agreement with you on that, because they were perfect banter wise. It doesn't feel awkward or forced. It felt like it was off the cuff, even though it was scripted. It was 10s across the board for them.
For sure.
And Fame won the award for sexiest sexy drag queen.
She did. Well deserved, and her acceptance speech was very perfect for her. She looked perfect. She was funny, goofy, and and sexy.
Hmm. The next category for the DESPYs is the most busted queen, and that is presented by Max and Pearl.
Let's talk about the looks. Max is very on brand for herself. She has the gray hair. She has great style. I love the sort of the netting underneath the wig. I think that's such an interesting choice and really fierce. The outfit isn't like earth-shattering to me, but she looks like herself and she looks very chic.
She does mention in Untucked that the outfit was $19.
Honey, we love it.
So we love a thrifty queen.
I do.
Pearl was decidedly more animated. She put on a bit of a voice. She gave it to him a little bit more. And she does a great Ginger impersonation about going to Gatorland and then swinging on her husband. Pearl was more of a typical drag queen, which pleased RuPaul, I guess.
I love Pearl's look too. This strapless white pearl gown with the ruffle on the bottom. This hair. She reminds me of Betty Davis in this moment. And I don't know if she like kind of looks like her. The hair is very Betty Davis. The fact that she has like these very expressive kind of sleepy eyes is very Betty Davis. She's giving me Betty Davis Oscars kind of tease.
Got it.
Got it.
I
want to thank the man upstairs. Yeah, thanks for the lighting. I look great. That's Miss Fame.
Did you think Jaden deserves to win Most Busted Queen?
That is shit. These shady, horrible, rotted ass fucking hoes. I don't think of Jaden as busted. I think of her as very put together and very head to toe, and her packages are always very clean. So I don't know if she would have gotten my vote. But everybody's a glamazon on this season. I mean, who do you vote for that?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody does look pretty great. I don't know who I would have voted for, but I do know that the next category up for Shadiest Queen, that was a clean sweep probably for Violet.
Oh, most definitely.
So Shady Queens is presented by a group in Toronto, but B for Fife House, for Ginger and Candy Ho. That's their category also. But let's talk about the looks. Ginger says this look was a $5,000, and then she dropped a drag designer name dress in Untucked.
Yes.
Which
I like the dress.
For $5,000, honey, it better come with a purse and a headband too.
It's beautiful. And I mean, there's just a million stones on the bottom half of this dress. And I think she looks really pretty. She looks, I mean, she's got the sprayed forehead thing, which Michelle gives her advice on, like maybe less of that. Candy Ho is giving us blue, the aqua blue, the feathers, the sequenced gown. What do you think?
Yeah, all I could think of when she lip synced later was it must be hurting to kneel on those stones on that dress.
That's fucking
kneeling
true.
Kneeling on beading or stones, it hurts. Like sometimes sitting on it hurts. I can't imagine kneeling on it on those points of pressure. But
Yes.
I don't love Candy's gown. She's young, and this is not youth. This is not fun. It doesn't. It looks like something she borrowed.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this is how it really played out, but the laugh vacuum that is around anytime Candy Ho speaks, it's literally they suck out every bit of sound on the audio mix whenever she says anything. It's like dead silence.
Can I tell you that I noticed this too? And then they cut to Michelle's face giving nooch, and then they cut back to the next thing that Ginger says, and you can hear the titters of the laugh from Candy's joke. So it did get a laugh, but they cut it to make it look like she was like flatlining, and she wasn't. You know, it was amusing. Was it funny? No, but like she wasn't like droll about it. And I'm reading Courtney's book right now too, and that's why I'm a little like in my feelings about Drag Race, because I'm at the part now where she's explaining like how reality TV works to like an amateur. And even though she'd done reality TV for so long, the fact that she thought this was actually a documentary process of a fake situation and not just a fake situation on a fake situation. Right. And this example with Candy is just more, you know, fakery. When they don't have to do that, but they choose to. So it makes me wonder why they're out to hurt people's chances of succeeding in the world later. You know, they could just let Candy fail on her own, but instead they're like, no, let's push her to the cliff and dangle a sequence gown over it, and maybe she'll jump. You know, that's what it's giving me. It doesn't give me supportive. It doesn't give me everybody say love. It doesn't give me that at all.
Right. Well, Violet wins the award for Shadiest Queen, predictably, but her acceptance speech is really good. She says, "You hate me.
She does what RuPaul says.
Really, really hate me." Brilliant. Crown it. Very, very well done. The only issue with the structure of this is not everybody gets to do an acceptance speech moment. So it's sort of like some of the girls have a little extra opportunity. If you win one of the awards, you get a little more content to sort of one up and present. If you don't win an award, you just get your presentation part and that's it. That's the only flaw in this thing.
The two girls that won, they didn't win an award yet. They won because story, you know? They did.
Well,
RuPaul put on her producer hat.
Right. Let's quickly...
As she would say.
She put on her producer gold bow. Why don't we talk quickly about Violet and Fame's looks? Because, Jesus Christ.
Honey, this is...
Looks on looks. So stunning. So gorgeous.
To pull off sexy in a turtleneck, I mean, you're doing everything right, Fame.
She really knows her way around some fucking fashion. She really does.
Violet's given me Betty Davis in this, with the shoulder length red hair, the frail bird chest. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from Violet.
Eva Perone looking like a sad bird. Stones for filth on Violet's gown. Very sleek, slender, chic. Both of them look so stunning, so gorgeous. Their jokes are funny.
This is for the Medias Tuck category, correct?
Yes. And the winner is deemed Katya. And again, her acceptance speech is really, really funny. And
I believe it was the great American painter Bob Ross who said, "The key to a swollen vagina is courage."
Very funny.
So great. Irreverent, fun, louder, faster, funnier. True? I don't know, because Pearl's got a deli counter's worth back there. For sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well,
why don't we take a break and we'll be right back?
Okay.
Chop chop. Chop 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 chop.
Chop.
Chop
Why
chop
hasn't-
chop.
Chop, 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 chop. Why hasn't Drag Race Canada done a challenge called Dragrassi? Like
Dragrassi. Oh, like Dragrassi.
Yeah.
Did they?
I'm waiting for them. I don't know. Did they? It seems like a no-brainer.
Just did.
Did they? Like this season? I haven't watched it yet. Fuck. I just thought I was so smart, but I guess all drag queens have the same ideas.
Right. Well,
I've just been listening to a lot of Drake.
A good idea is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot going on the Chop right now.
So
with
much.
Drag Race Canada, Drag Race UK, Double Duty, calling in for Double Duty. Latrice and Manila are speaking about all of the international franchisees of Drag Race over on The Chop.
The Chop.
So let's check in with those divas and dolls and find out what's going on in our international update.
A little Chop check-in.
Chop check-in.
My name is Latrice Royale.
And I am Manila Luzon.
And this is your UK Minute.
Roastin', girl.
We have a jam-packed episode this week. Like, we have a roast. Mm-hmm. That makes me hungry. We have a goddess ethereal runway.
Mm-hmm. And then heartfelt moments.
Heartfelt moments.
And Latrice and I do all of the above too. Right here on The Chop. Right? Because I feel like we kind of read into the girls a little bit extra.
Absolutely.
Because now we know them. I mean, and they know
I feel
us.
connected. And they know there's no venom in it, just an opinion.
Yeah.
For more recaps of season 3 of Drag Race UK,
check out The Chop every Thursday here on the Mom Network.
So, Rue starts off the judging critiques with thanking the Television Critics Association for her award and plaque, because she must have won something.
Thank you.
This was before she was... This was the year
Showered in
that...
Emmys.
This was the first year that someone was nominated for an Emmy from Team Drag Race.
Yeah.
And it was Matthew, season 7 for Shakespeare. And then after
Mage.
that, Zaldi. And then after that, RuPaul.
Mage.
So this is when the show started like getting the Emmys and the awards and all the things. And
For sure.
The award for this week goes to Max and Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And they each win a custom jewel package from Fierce Drag Jewels.
Nova Star, we love her. She does great work. We love her work. Fierce Drag Jewels are the industry standard of stonings.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we get a bring back my girls. RuPaul's giving us variety. She's like, I want an Emmy, god damn it.
Mm-hmm. She tells Kennedy and Jaden that they're safe. And the tops and the bottoms are Mrs. Kasha Davis, Candy, and Fame.
This is the beginning of the Miss Fame, how's your head journey, because this is an ongoing thing throughout the season, and she finally gets it. She doesn't get it this time. She says, well, my head, I think a lot, and I can't turn off my thinker. But the bottom two shake down to Candy Ho and Mrs. Kasha Davis with a classic lip sync song by Rhea Latre, Lover Girl. Oh, sorry, Tina Marie.
The fact that they had Violet down there as possibly the third worst, that was a bit of a reach, I thought.
You think?
But also, who else would it have been? Katya, which would also have been a reach. So I feel like that Kasha and Candy definitely knew what they were in for. By the looks of it in Untucked, you see them cramming that lip sync in their heads in the mirror.
Yeah, this is a rough moment because looking back on the season, I would have liked to have seen Mrs. Kasha Davis have a longer run time and have more to show.
Same.
But she did not win this lip sync. She stumbled over a couple of words. Candy Ho turned it out. So, I mean, that's the way the game is played. But Mrs. Kasha Davis leaves with a, there's always time for a cocktail.
Yeah, she leaves on a high note. She stays classy. She does hone in on the fact that she wanted to be there and she was trying to be there. And some girls, packed their bag and were taking breaks from the workroom when they didn't like how they were spoken to. And she's saying everything she needs to say and she's getting it all out. I think she knows this is her swan song, and the goose is cooked.
Did you watch Untucked?
I did.
Yes. Kasha has a little bit. I mean, Kasha's pushed to the limit. She knows she's going to be in the bottom, and she's pissed off that some of the other girls are, you know, just not. They're not even like. She's seeing it as they're not even like grateful to be here when she has tried out 7 times and finally made it, and she's being told that she doesn't try enough or didn't do enough.
I see where Mrs. Kasha Davis is coming from. I don't understand it because I can't understand it. I didn't have to try like as hard as she did, and she's had to fight wholly different battles than us. We're probably a decade younger than her, and it's like she's had a harder road than us being a drag queen.
For sure. Yeah.
And I just want to give her props. And you may not like her drag, but you should respect it. And I feel like a lot of the girls are of the mindset where they just don't see her and they don't have to see her. But I think they should definitely have put some more respect on her name.
Okay, so what else? That's my favorite thing about this Untucked
Kennedy.
is Kennedy. Someone's like going on and on about their like dramatic story, and then Kennedy ends it with, okay, so what else? Like just trying to wrap up Untucked as much as possible.
My favorite part is Violet trying to show humanity when she's like, I'm trying to apologize and tell them sorry, and they just keep piling on. It's like,
almost
girl,
gets there.
Almost. The vulnerability that the judges are looking for when they're not watching.
She almost has some tears. She almost gets through to the girls. Almost like, and then at the end, she's like, but at the same time, I'm not here to make friends. So I don't even care what you guys think. It's like, oh, you were so close to making friends with these girls. So close.
I mean, at least Fame cries. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
All the girls are doing the thing where they tip their head back and they're like, don't let her break the water line. Very that. I can't believe Ginger paid $5,000 for that dress.
You're still bothered.
Honestly, it looks like a JCPenney's gown.
Okay, well, I'm going to Penny's because, honey, that's a beautiful garment. We want to thank you very much for joining us for Race Chaser Classique this week.
I'm noted Michelle Visage hater, Willam Belli.
And I'm your shadiest queen ever, Alaska.
And we would love for you to write a review of our podcast on your podcast app. And don't forget to subscribe. Take a moment to leave us a rating too, as long as you're not RuPaul.
You know, it's really about sowing the seeds of love. You can follow the dolls at Willam, at the Only Alaska 5000. And our Race Chaser account is at Race Chaser Pod. And our Mom Podcasts account is at Mom Podcasts.
We have some great bonus content available at patreon.com/Willam. And you can subscribe to both Alaska and my YouTube channels to see some of the new old stuff, new to you old stuff that was on Patreon in 2019 and 2020. And if you want to go to the Patreon, you can give us $1 and watch all these goddamn videos to all your content. And you can search for the Race Chaser content by searching the hashtag Race Chaser.
Yep, and email us anytime at racechaserpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to go search for something gayer than Danny DeVito. So we'll be back next week.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, audio, and video clips are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.
Forever Dog.
Race Chaser with Alaska and Willam is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck.